Hello, this is a quick video demonstrating how to use the roleplay options on the Covey roleplay doors. They form part of the Covey roleplay control systems set. I have out one of the doors already. I have a server set up with two groups. If you don't know how to set up the server with groups and lists, there is a separate tutorial covering this, and I will be doing a full one covering all the access controls and how to configure them, reset them, etc. For the time being, the only thing you really need to know is on this door, I'm going to set it to group only access for the demonstration. Accessing the menu is through a long click, so we click and hold with the mouse button, that's the left mouse button, for at least 2 seconds. So under the options, I'm setting a max range to 5 just so we've got something sensible to watch. I've got rotation set to -90, rotating on the Z-axis. Again, there is another tutorial that covers all the movement options. Then I'm going to click on the access menu and I'm just going to set it to groups only. That just means that only the groups I've set in this server will grant access. So currently, if I walk up to this door and click it, it's going to give me a knock option, and that's the only option because we don't have any breaking available. So if I go back to the admin menu, go to roleplay options, and then I'm going to set door break. We can turn door breaking on here. I'll talk more about the multiplier afterwards. For now, I'm going back to the menu, into the roleplay options, and we can set damage. So we can set max damage. Now for now, I'm just going to set this to 10. Normally you'll probably have this significantly higher. But if I set this to 10, and then under the same options, I turn physical damage on. So physical damage, this is arrow damage or similar projectiles. If we turn that on, this door will now take arrow damage. Physic off turns it off. So if I draw a bow, and then I start to shoot the door, we can see that this is now doing damage to the door. Once it's completely damaged, the door will open. Clicking on this door now will give me different options. I've also got the option to repair the door. That was a very fast repair, and I'll talk about how to set that shortly. We can also now have an option to break the door. Again, that was very fast. I'll talk more about this in a moment. But the option to repair the door is once again there. Okay, so it's going to reset the scripts. Let's talk about how to refine this a little bit now then. So we're going back onto the menu, into the roleplay options. Now we can see we have a multiplier here of 30. This is the default. And max damage hits. The max damage hits sets how many physical hits it will take to break the door. it was set to 10 and you saw that work. I'm now going to set that up to 1,000. 1,000. And in a moment I'm going to break this door again. I'm not going to try and shoot 1,000 arrows at it. This is so you can set how much stronger an avatar stud here is. The multiplier tells you how much stronger somebody stood there breaking the door is than just shooting it from a distance with an arrow. Now I've set this to 30, which means that every second that passes, it's the equivalent of 30 arrows. Remember, this is going to take 1,000 hits. So this time, if I click on the door and I go to break door, it tells me that there's currently one breaker, and we can see this actually now taking some time. So you can control how much stronger a person bashing the door is in comparison to arrow damage. Again, you'll note that this has told me that there is one repairer. Just wait for this to finish repairing. If you have multiple breakers, that will go significantly faster. I will demonstrate this bit shortly. Okay, so that's now repaired. So let's look again at some of these options. Currently I've got this set to groups. If I put on one of the groups, so if I go to World Menu, again I'll do a full one on access controls, but if I go to World Menu, Comms Menu, and I go to Groups, activate the Covey Stores group. So even though I'm the owner and the admin, it's not giving me automatic access. But now I can operate this door as per normal. It won't give people on an access list or group or who have group access won't get the option to break the door, but if there is damage done to it, they will still get the option to repair the door. So let's have a look at that multiple breakers option then. And for this, I'm just going to increase the damage rate or the damage level, so roleplay options. I'm going to damage, max damage, and this time I'm going to set it up to 3,000, just so we've got a bit of time for me to act and you can still see the difference. Okay, so this time I'm going to have a few people helping me. Let's start with the first one. I'll pull the one window across. Break door. And then I'm going to pull the second one across. Break door. You see that says 2 breakers. And now if I have the main avatar into the mix, we've got the option to use a door. Now that's just because of the access settings. It's because she's an admin, but if I come here and go to user menu, break door, I can still join this avatar in because she was allowed on the access by the group. So there are now 3 breakers, and we can see that this has considerably increased in speed. And you can have as many breakers as you want. Each additional breaker will increase the speed. So once again, I'll set one of the avatars repairing. That's one repairing. Two repairing. And if I do this menu again, if this avatar didn't have access, it would be different. She wouldn't have to go through this user menu, but because the group she's set, she does. But repair door. And we can see now this is now repairing significantly faster than it was, and it's telling us we have 3 avatars repairing. If any one of these avatars moves out of range, drops down to 2, I'll move the other one out of range, hopefully before it finishes. There we go, it's dropped down to 1. And if I move out of range, the repair stops completely. And a similar thing will happen if somebody is breaking a door and then they get downed. So how can I do this? Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to start this avatar breaking, then I'm going to down her with a different avatar, and the breaking process will stop. So she started to break this door. What we can see is that this has been stopped because this avatar has been downed. So that covers most of the roleplay options. I'm going to do a separate video that details all of the access settings, how to reset them and things like that. For now, thank you for watching.